Good morning from Miami Beach. Actually, not from that one, but there is Miami Beach here in Spain as well, which is in Catalan it's actually called Miami Playa, or let's pronounce it right, Miami Playa, more or less. Yesterday I had very exciting day. I didn't even shoot the video about what happened or anything because I was just so tired to go to sleep. Okay, let me explain you what happened first. So I started my journey and I did about 30 kilometers, which doesn't seem so far. But basically, I wasn't expecting so many uphills. I mean, at least if you go on the local roads that I did, like very abandoned ones, like even the national road was like abandoned. So I was really surprised about yesterday's journey and everything what happened. And then at one point I saw this sign, okay, there are some construction works on the street and the street is closed, but I didn't know at what part and I didn't know what is actually happening, so I decided, because it was the only local road, otherwise I would have to take the whole circle around. So I decided to take it, and in the end it ended up being like really closed road because they were putting parts on the road and everything was still completely wet and you really couldn't pass. And I asked, okay, can I at least go with a bicycle because otherwise I have to take all these other roads. And the guys were actually very nice. They actually took my bicycle, lifted up and helped me to cross that wet part. That was actually really nice. So I continued my journey, was going uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill. Very hard. And in the end I arrived to the city Lampolla de Mar. There I found a campsite, but that was only like 15 kilometers away, and I was like, okay, this is like really too soon. I decided, okay, I'm going to go all the way to Miami Beach. I was expecting, like, by the name, I was really expecting something more, but in the end, it's like just big avenue on the other side of the railroad. And on this side, yes, you have some beaches. I mean, this behind me is very nice. So I arrived here. On my way here to Miami Playa, I actually found a cell phone on the street. It was just like laying there and I was like, okay, probably someone lost it when it was riding with a bicycle or with a motorcycle or something. It just slipped out and fell. And I couldn't even get in because it was off, and when I turned it on, you had to insert the SIM card PIN code, so I couldn't even enter to see like whose phone it is. So I decided, okay, I'm going to carry it to the police station, and when I arrived there, the guy was already searching for it, so he was very thankful. That was resolved. And yeah, after that I had very nice tapas dinner and I went to sleep. And here I am this morning. I'm continuing my journey to Tarragona. I'm enjoying this nice view here and at least one view of the Miami Beach, so that I can actually say that I've been to Miami Beach. This is, but then look on the other side in direction where I'm going, all black clouds. Tarragona. I arrived today here after I left Miami Beach or Miami Playa. And yes, you saw how Miami Playa looks like. The road all the way to Tarragona was actually very nice. Well, most of it. Let me just tell you what happened. So basically the first part of the road was actually the national or the local road that I had to take. So after that, finally, when I reached the next city and when I passed a couple of campsites, I went all the way down to the beach side, and from there on, like for next 20 kilometers, I was on the beach, on the coastline, because there was bike lane almost all the way to the Tarragona. Not all the way, because there is this whole industrial area that was actually very ugly and very smelly, and I didn't like it. And there were a lot of trucks on that road that I still have to take, because there is no other road to take to actually come to here, to Tarragona. Most of those cities, especially the cities that are closer to Tarragona, are very touristic. So you can see a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants, and a lot of tourists there as well. What I was surprised is actually the amount of resorts and hotels that were actually packed. Once when I came here to Tarragona, I'm going to stay probably a couple of days, just because it's very nice and very historical city. There are some Roman ruins to visit. There is a beach as well here, so maybe I will even go to the coastline to take some sun bath as well. And I was planning to stay here about 3 or 4 days. Recently I found out that Tarragona has 2 vías verdes, or 2 green lines for the bicycles, which are not actually close to Tarragona, but are closer to Delta Debra that I already visited, and you saw a video from rice fields and all of that. The green line, the Via Verde, is following the river all the way up to the mountain region, and it looks amazing. I mean, I saw some of the photos and I really want to go back there. The reason why I didn't go directly there when I was closer is because for 2 days they were announcing big thunderstorms and rains and everything, and me, as I do not have any equipment for rain and I do not want to sleep in a campsite when it's raining, I decided not to do it. But now, once when I reach Tarragona, I'm always thinking about it, and I'm checking the trains, buses and everything, just to find a way how to reach that place and how to go actually to do this Via Verde. I know it's not making part of the coastal tour. It's something different. I'm going to visit the city so that I show you what is Tarragona all about and everything. The weather changed, like maybe you noticed in the past couple of videos that I was actually complaining about the weather changes and everything. Maybe I don't remember if I did. Every morning there are a lot of clouds. Today it was not very hot at all, and it was actually a little bit windy, so I even had for some time long sleeves, long pants and everything. But in the evening it gets colder, so now I'm wearing long sleeves. My knees started to hurt again a little bit. Yesterday and today I didn't do any additional exercises for other muscles that are actually supporting my knees. Take care, safe travels, and see you tomorrow.